Would you recommend a keto diet for someone, or would you recommend another way to go about dropping the amount of calories that people are eating on a daily basis?
Well, that's a great question. And the answer is the diet that's the best diet is the one that you can do and follow for the rest of your life that causes the least amount of suffering. So when you're, for example, you're 134 kilograms down to 94, if you can maintain 94 and you're not starving, you feel good, you have energy and you're doing keto, then frig, stick with that. It's working. Don't change it. But if you're at 94 kilograms and you're like, I don't have any energy. I don't feel good. I'm craving things. I miss things. And after 6 months or a year, you abandon your diet and you go back to your old ways, you're going to regain all that weight. And usually, and then some, your metabolism can actually go down, lose some muscle and so on. So the diet that you think you can actually follow, that's the diet. If keto seems like no problem. I don't need carbs. I don't crave them. I don't have a problem. I would definitely say go for the keto diet. Now, me personally, there's no way I could do without my French toast, my popcorn. I just need my carbs. A lot of people are scared of carbs. I call them carbophobes, but there's a lot of people that are scared of fat too. There's so many people are scared of certain things. And any diet that to me is like, you have to cut out a certain food group for a specific reason. To me, it's a fad diet. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means that it's not likely to work long-term. Keto diets absolutely work, but the main thing is it's calories in, calories out. So if you can eat keto, just the fats and proteins, and allows you your calorie intake to go down and you can keep it there, it's absolutely going to work. Whatever gets your calories down, that's what's going to work. That's why my cookbook works. There basically takes all the recipes of your normal food that you eat out there, pizzas, burgers, everything, lower the calories and lets you eat them for fewer calories. If you eat fewer calories and you're full, you're not hungry, well, the diet's going to work. So that's what I would say.
Yeah. I think that's the issue with a lot of people when they start a diet. They are I think when I have done that in the past, I've gone, okay, I had this idea in my head that, okay, salad, that's what I need to have instead of lunch or whatever I was having. And this is when I was a kid. We weren't taught at school anything about calories in, calories out. Nothing. Like we weren't taught about anything to do with that side of losing weight, which as time has gone on, for me, it's been that's the golden fucker ticket. That's obvious. You know, it's so obvious. But we weren't taught about anything like that. We were taught that fat is evil, it will kill you, and we were taught that you need to eat a really high carb diet. And I think that's wonderful if you're training hard, if you're working hard, and fantastic if you're expelling those calories as energy. But a lot of people aren't. I mean, for a long period of time, I train for footy and all that type of stuff, but for the majority of the time, the daily calories I was taking in, I wasn't expending. And I think that's the same for most people. They wake up in the morning, they go to work, they eat food, they get to 3 o'clock, they're exhausted, so they have some sugar, which might be a chocolate bar that might have 300 calories, then they have a big dinner and they go to bed. Maybe they have just some dessert as well, and they've smashed out 2,000 calories. One of the things that I've struggled with recently is finding a calorie calculator and trying to work out how much I should be taking in. Is there a calorie calculator, or is there a system that you have in place that you could recommend to people who are listening to this?
So here's the problem. Calculators, they're all guesses. And I've actually recently just a video, it's not posted yet, but they're usually within 400 to 500 calories from 15. So say your basal metabolic rate is 1,500. It might be 1,100, 1,000, 1,900, or 2,000. So if you plug in that formula and you try it, you might be way under eating or way overeating. So it's absolutely just a guess. So unfortunately, there's no secret to figuring out your calories. What you need to do, or what I tell people to do, is to weigh yourself in the morning. Track your weight, try to weigh yourself 5 times a week, because we're going to forget, 5 times a week, and you take that median number. And so the lightest 2 days of the week, you erase those. The heaviest 2 days, you erase those. Well, here, I'm going to give you the finger at the end. And then you're left with that middle number. Write that number down. And then the next week, if that number goes down, then you're in a deficit. If it goes up, you're in a surplus. That allows you to know how many calories you should be eating. You don't want to lose more than about 1% of your body weight per week. So if you're 100 kilos, 1 kilogram. If you're 50 kilograms, half a kilo. So if you're losing more than that, there's a good chance you're starting to lose a lot of muscle tissue, which is bad. We don't want to slow our metabolism. So by just tracking your weight each week and just trying to make it go down slowly, you can keep losing that weight. Also, the slower you lose weight, the better. The more likely you are to lose the weight and keep it off. You've probably seen that 600-pound loser or life, or what's it called? 600-pound life loser.
600-pound life or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, this one. These people are losing like 20 pounds a week sometimes. There's baby Nikki. And so they can't keep that weight off. It's just not realistic. They lose all that weight. It's amazing. And then they gain it all back a year or two later. So if you want to lose the weight and keep it off, lose it slow.